My name is Jarrell, and today let's jump right in. All right. So Proverbs 29:18 from KJV, right? It says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he." Okay. Now, this verse is speaking to the power of clarity and focus. Okay. So in business, if you don't have a clear strategy and actual focus, and you're not faith driven, and you don't have that faith driven execution plan, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle to actually grow. So maybe that's you right now in your business. You've been challenged and you don't know what's the next step. You're stuck at a few thousand a month. You haven't really cracked the code yet to making six figures in a year, right? So many entrepreneurs, they think at these levels that they just need more tools, right? You're thinking that you just need more hustle and you just need a better system. But the real issue is that you lack focus. And this isn't focus in the way that I use it is an actual acronym, okay? And as you watch this video, I'm gonna break down what the acronym is, all right? So you've probably heard the reason that you're not at six figures is because so you're probably thinking that the reason that you're not at six figures or multiple six figures is because you don't have the right systems, right? You don't run ads, and you don't do automations. You're not using AI. And while all those things are extremely important for your business, and they are, because I recommend them for all of my clients and I use them, they're not the real reason that you're not at that six figure or multi six figure marker. Okay? They're not the real reason that you're stuck. The real problem is you're missing focus. Okay? And yes, focus spelled the regular way, F.O.C.U.S. Okay? So, and today I'm going to show you exactly what that means for you to have focus and how fixing it will unlock a six-figure or multi-six-figure business. A few common entrepreneurial myths. So here are 3 myths for you. I just need better ads, or I just need to work harder, or I need to learn more before I take action. Now, has that ever sounded like you? What you actually need is to know scaling is about leverage and not necessarily about effort. What you actually need is to know that action creates clarity and not overthinking. So if you ever thought, well, I just need better ads, you don't need better ads. You just need a clear high ticket offer and messaging first. If you ever thought that, well, I need to work harder, right? Has that been you? Well, no, you don't need to work harder. Scaling is not about effort necessarily. It's about leverage. And where if you were thinking that, well, I just need to think more before I actually take action. No, you need to take action because action is going to create clarity. Okay? And it stops you from overthinking. James chapter 1, verse 8 says, "A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways." So what this means for you as a business owner, if you're constantly jumping in between strategies, if you're constantly jumping in between niches, right? If you're constantly trying all these different new business models, right? If you have that new business is kind of like a syndrome. I forget. I can't think of exactly what they call it, right? But you're constantly jumping from thing to thing, just trying to test out this new thing, that new thing, everything that comes out, right? You're never going to see real momentum in your business if you don't stick with what you're doing. And just because you haven't found that multi-six or that six-figure success, or even if you haven't even hit, your first $10,000 month with it, it doesn't mean that thing that you're doing is not successful. The real reason that you're not hitting these targets, whether they be $8,000 a month, $10,000 a month, having your first $15,000 a month or $20,000 a month, is because you're missing focus. All right. So you're wondering, all right, Jarrell, you keep telling me I'm missing focus. What is focus? Okay. So focus is my signature framework, and it is your blueprint to scaling with faith and strategy. Now, it's been put on my heart lately to speak directly from the Bible, to read Bible verses. And what this led to me is creating my signature framework. And I didn't know that I was doing this in my business already. And so when I finally developed it, it came to be focus, right? But I was already doing this without knowing that I was doing this. And so one of the major things of focus and what focus is and the F in focus, you guessed it, it means faith. The O in focus is offer, the C is clients, the U is unstoppable scaling, and the S is stewardship. Okay? So at the foundation, right, it must be faith. That is what your business needs to be built on. You need to believe that you can actually do it. The reason that you haven't won yet in business is because when you're presented with the opportunity for business, you don't even believe that you've already won. The reason that I was able to make six figures in my business is because as soon as I got the thought that I was going to do this business, I always knew like I'm gonna hit six figures in business. I hadn't hit six figures at my 9 to 5 yet. I already knew that I'm gonna hit six figures in business though, right? I already knew that I was going to hit multi six figures in business. I already had one in my head because my faith was strong. I already won because my faith is strong. Do you understand that? You're going to win first by having strong faith. So if you don't have faith in what you're doing, if you don't have faith that this is going to work for you, you're not going to win in that business, okay? Whatever that business is, whether you're a coach, consultant, service-based business owner, you're not going to win. So you can't build a business on fear and doubt. That's simple. And I've shared this message with so many people, but I think that we miss it. You can't operate out of fear and doubt. It's lack. You need to fully commit to the work. You need to fully commit your work to the Lord and trust the process. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3 says, commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. So how do you actually put that into practicality, right? How do we make that practical? Write down your business vision and a faith-based mission statement. And what are you building and why? All right, so I'm gonna give you what the O means in focus, right? You're offering your positioning, okay? So the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of entrepreneurs make is they're selling too many low ticket offers. You see all this stuff with people telling you, sell a $27 offer, sell a $27 offer, sell a $10 offer, right? And what does that require you to do? It requires you to go get all of these customers. You got to go get now hundreds of customers for you to make, like if you sell a $10 offer, 10 times 10 is 100. So if you want to sell, so you have to do that 10 more times just for you to make your first $1,000. So you have to sell to 100 people, a $10 product to 100 people to make $1,000. Do you right now know personally 100 people, right? Do you right now know? And I'm not saying this to challenge to like, man, I'm not saying this to make you feel bad, but like, what I want you to understand is that this framework works really well with everyone, but it works extremely well with the introverted people because I'm an introvert, right? And I knew that playing a numbers game, having to try to sell to the masses, that wasn't always the way. When I could create a higher ticketed offer and sell it to a smaller amount of people and still hit that $1,000 number. Why wouldn't you want to just create a regular $1,000 product? Why wouldn't you just create, instead of selling 100 people with a $10 product, why wouldn't you just sell one person a $1,000 product? Or one person, or instead of selling 500 people a $100 product, why wouldn't you sell one person a $5,000 product? Like, doesn't that make sense for you? And I'm gonna show you it's possible for you to do it because if I did it, you can do it too. So if you want to scale, you need a high ticket offer. You need to offer anywhere in between $5,000 and $25,000 that solves a problem. So that problem needs to be a major pain point. And just think of a pain point is exactly how it sounds. What is the person dealing with? What are they struggling with? What's keeping them or holding them back from getting to where they want to go? So with business owners, if you're a B2B, what is stopping that business from making a certain amount of money? What is that thing? What is the biggest thing? So I want you to look at what you currently offer people, and then I want you to ask yourself, can it be positioned into something premium instead of a commodity? It's for clients, right? But under C, we focus on client acquisition and sales systems, all right? So you don't need more followers. I know what everyone says about get the followers, get the followers, get the followers. You don't need more followers at all. My YouTube channel has roughly 2,000 followers. I've made multiple six figures, and I only have 2,000 followers. And when I made the multiple six figures, I didn't have over 2,000 followers. I made 6 figures with, I think, less than 1,000 followers on YouTube. I don't have many followers on Instagram, as you can see. I'm an introvert. I'm not posting on social media every day. But how did I do it? I'm giving you the blueprint, and I'm trying to help you with the blueprint. And this is how I did it, right? So you need a predictable way to convert high quality leads. That's all you need. So AI agents and automations are going to help you close more deals without working harder. You've been struggling and you are around here beating the pavement. You're trying to work a 9 to 5. You're trying to juggle being a husband. You're trying to juggle being a wife. You're trying to juggle. You got to juggle the kids. You got to juggle the job, and you want to run this multi 6-figure business, right? Maybe you got a team. And you got to be the boss. You got to be the CEO. You got to be the wife. You got to be the husband. You got to be the father. You got to be the mother. You got to be all these things. You got all these jobs. Well, it's time to start delegating, and that's what building out automations does. Automations is a form of delegation. AI agents are a form of delegation for you. And then, of course, practical action. Are you relying on random referrals and social media for a business, or do you have a real system that attracts high ticket clients, whether it's daily, weekly, or every other week? Because if your goal is to make $10,000 in your business, you could sell 2 people a $5,000 product. If your goal is to make $10,000 in your business, you could sell 5 people a $2,000 product or service. But the thing is that do you have a way to attract these people, or are you just relying solely on social media? And listen, it's not about guilt. Like, I'm not here to guilt you, because there is way more ways to get the clients that you want than just social media. Okay. And the next thing is you. All right. So the you in focus is unstoppable scaling. Would you like to have an unstoppable scaling system? I'm talking about one that practically guarantees you making that 6 figures and multi 6 figures in your business that you've been wanting to make. So entrepreneurs, again, you're stuck right now. Like, you're stuck at maybe $1,000 a month. Maybe you're stuck at $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month. $5,000 to $10,000 months. Maybe you're stuck at there. Maybe you're not even at $10,000 months, and that's where you're stuck at. You haven't even cracked the code to a $7,000 month, and you're stuck at maybe $5,000 or $3,000. And it's because you're doing everything manually. You don't have any sort of systems in place. You need to automate your business. This is what's going to allow you to scale. And this is doing every task manually is what's been holding you back. See, I want to ask you this. If you disappear from your business for a few days or a few weeks, would your business still run? And if not, that means that you need a scaling system. That means that you need a scalable system. Because if you can't walk away from your business for one day, for a few hours, for a couple days, I'm talking about completely walk away. I'm talking about don't answer no emails, don't answer no texts, don't do none of that, right? If you can't walk away, then you don't have the things in place that you need to scale, to grow, right? I honestly, the word scale, it just means to grow, right? You don't have the things in place to grow. And then last, S, stewardship. 6 figures means nothing, right? Success in business means nothing if you burn out and you lose sight of your faith and of your purpose. It means nothing. And I've been there before. Like, I've made the money, but I wasn't in alignment with my purpose. So right now, if you're like, I want to make the money and I want to be in alignment with your purpose, like right now as you're watching this video, I just say yes or comment yes, right? I ain't even gonna make you do no hard work. I would like you to comment yes, but just say yes to yourself. But to let me know that you watched this video, comment yes. So, because I know what part you commented on, right? Where were we talking about? You comment yes, right? So I want to ask you, are you managing your time properly? Are you managing your energy properly? And your finances in a way that it aligns with God's plans for you? So are you doing and moving? Are you a steward of the resources in a way that aligns with God's plan for you? Or are you just out here just doing whatever? And this is not a moment for you to beat yourself up. This is not me beating you up. This is not any of that. I want to ask you these things because I want you to really understand, like, business is about this. That's like this framework. It is about this. And I didn't realize that I was doing this right away, but I always led with faith. I always said, God didn't bring me this far just to bring me this far. I've always came out the gate with I've always had pretty much a higher ticket item that I offer. I actually struggle more with selling low ticket items than I do with selling high ticket items. And that's what's so funny to me. And so it's like, I understand that if I'm selling a higher ticket item, right? If I have a higher ticket offer, right? If I have a high ticket solution, because that's what I offer people. I offer people solutions to their problems. If I offer a high ticket solution to your problem, that means that I'm solving a bigger problem for you. And that also means that you're going to take your problem seriously. Most of the time, people, they don't open the $10 or $15 course or the $17 ebook, the $25 ebook. And then they complain and they feel like it's a waste of their money. It's a waste of their time. And then they say it doesn't work. But that $1,000 coaching program, that $5,000 service that they bought, they pay attention to that. That $10,000 program that they invest in, they pay attention to that. They're attentive to that. So I want you to know that this is stuff that you got to fix right now. You can't wait any longer to fix it because it's the very thing that's been holding you back. So the cost of inaction, right? And that is simply, every single month, you're going to continuously be stuck. You're going to continue to stay stuck at $5,000 months, $2,000 months, $500 months, right? It's going to be hard for you to crack that code to having your first 10K month or beyond, all the way up to $20,000 or $50,000. And you're leaving $50,000 to $100,000 plus per year on the table simply because you haven't taken the action. You haven't implemented focus into your business. You haven't implemented that framework. And you're like, well, Drill, I just learned the framework today. Well, you always knew a part of the framework was for you to have faith. And instead, a lot of the times we've been operating out of fear and doubt. And so from the start, as soon as we start the business, we're not moving correctly. Because see, what I want you to understand is that faith-driven leaders, which is what I know you are, which is what I know once you, like, after this video, I know that's who you always wanted to be. Faith-driven leaders, they don't wait. So why are you waiting until the right time? You got the time is now. Why are you waiting until you get the right information? You've gotten the right information. You got enough information. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 4, he that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the cloud shall not reap. So if you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you'll never take action. Again, I want you to understand, Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 4, he that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap. Sitting around looking at the clouds is not going to make you no money. Sitting around and waiting is not the purpose that God had aligned for you. I used to think that oh man, he's not answering me, but he already gave me the blueprint. He already told me what to do, and he told me to win, because why? He made me in his image. When God says in the Bible, I am that I am, and then the powerful part of that, of you using I am as an affirmation, linking those two things together, he gives you the blueprint. You have the blueprint, but you got to take action. So do you want to be a faith-driven leader? Are you a faith-driven leader? So here's the reality. You don't need more hustle. You don't need more strategies, right? You don't need more time on YouTube or another low ticket course to sell or ebook or to try to create this, like the quick get money. You don't need that, right? So you need focus. And focus is my proven framework that is going to allow you to scale with faith, automation, and high ticket strategies without burning out. Because if you're tired right now, if you feel burnt out, if you've been burnt out before and you're like, I'm just tired, I'm just beat down. And I hear so many people talk like that. I'm just beat down. I've been at this for so long. And honestly, you've been doing it the wrong way for a long time. And that's okay, because now we're here and now it's time for us to do it right. Now we're here and now it's time for us to do it right. So what I want you to do, I want you to become a faith-driven CEO. A CEO that builds their business with the foundation of faith. Because that's who I've been all this time, and I've made multiple six figures. I'm a college dropout. I work 9 to 5 jobs, and nothing is wrong with working a job, right? Because it put food on my table, put clothes on my back, right? It got me to where I am. It prepared me to a degree, right? But one thing that I always had when I stated that I was going to build my business is I have faith. I understood that God gave me that idea for a reason, and I had to execute it. And I always ask, like, I know I'm built for more than just like to go to work and pay bills and come home. And so if that's you, if you in the business right now, but you know you're meant for more than just to run a business that's only making you a few thousand a month, right? That you know, then to go to work, come home and be in these roles, but you know you're meant for more, and not just more money, but more impact in people's lives, because the more problems that you solve in business, the more people that you're helping. And we're meant to serve. So if you know you're meant to serve at a higher level, right? And you can see yourself being that faith-driven CEO, that CEO that uses what I just taught you, that focus is, I want you to text the word focus to 773-345-7712, right? 773-345-7712. Now, don't text that number. Don't text the word focus to that number, right? If you're not ready to start making $10,000 a month, if you're not ready to start making $8,000 per month, if you're not ready to at the bare minimum start making $5,000 or more per month, right? Don't text that number if you're not ready to scale your business up to beyond that, to grow your business past, you know, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 in a month. If you're not ready to hit over that in your business with structure and automation, right? So this is for faith-driven entrepreneurs. So if you're a faith-driven entrepreneur, text that number, right? This is for the business owner that's ready to stop guessing and start implementing and get it and ready to get a proven system that actually works. Because again, like, I've made the multiple six figures already, as on 7 figures and beyond. And so in the process of that, I know that my purpose has always been to help business owners grow, to help them with escaping burnout. But one thing that I've always had in all of my groups, all of my coaching programs, everything that I've ever had, like, and all of my people, they were like, man, you got so much faith, you got so much belief. And why wouldn't I have it when I know that I got the biggest support system in the world, the #1 support system in the world, and that's God. And you got the same thing. So if you're a business owner and you're ready to stop guessing, and you're ready to start implementing a proven system, right? And you're ready to become a faith-driven CEO, and you're ready to take that bit and that faith-driven CEO that takes their business to, you know, 10,000 a month and beyond, right? And you want to scale with faith and strategy, because you know that your faith ain't where it needs to be at. It's just not hitting how it needs to hit. Without trading all your time for money, I want you to text 773-345-7712. So, and again, that all I'm looking to do is I'm looking to help you, if you're serious with finally growing your business with clarity, automation, and faith, and applying all of these things to what actually works. And so you can create a high ticket offer that you can put out to the marketplace, and we can end those limiting beliefs. Because the reason that I'm able to win consistently is because I always believed that I was going to win. Do you believe that you're going to win? Right now in this season, do you believe that you're going to win? So it's time for us to build these faith-driven businesses, and it's time for us to become faith-driven CEOs. Peace and blessings.